Hello, welcome to Uncle Al's Barbecue. What you're seeing here today is a roux. A roux for, you better be able to guess now. There's your Trinity. There's your roux. We got us some Gulf shrimp and we got us some super colossal shrimp. Got this on Walmart. Got everything to make us some shrimp Creole today. So let's do this short and sweet. This roux is 1 cup of canola oil and 1.5 cups of flour. And I've been twisting on this thing for the better part of 10 minutes. And I got it, the shade, I tell you right here, I got it the shade of peanut butter. Can you see that there? Can you see that there? There. That's what you want there. For crawfish etouffee or shrimp etouffee. 1 cup of canola oil, a little bit above medium high, and 1.5 cups of flour. And it looks like peanut butter. Look at that roux. All right, I got it on the cooling pan right now. Now over here, we got our au poivre. And what I did here with this one is I did 4 or 5 things of celery, 2 big onions, 1 big shallot, a half, I tell you, of a red pepper, and a half of a yellow pepper. Now what you got to do here, and a half a stick of butter, and I'll let this thing just simmer on down. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, there we go. Sorry folks, I'm just holding it like this. I'm making a quick video because I know somebody out there wants some New Orleans style shrimp Creole today. And then back to them Gulf shrimp. And then some shrimp colossal, deveined, tail on. And these are peeled and deveined. So that's what's going to go in the etouffee. These right here, I'm going to make into blackened, I tell you, blackened seasoned shrimp that'll go around the outside of the edge bowl and some rice. And then over here, I used a whole clove of garlic minced. And as soon as this gets sauteed down translucent a little bit more, I make a pocket right here in the middle. I'm going to dump that garlic right in that pocket right there. See where all that juice is coming from? And that juice is from water, from all these vegetables. I minced everything. I try to keep them uniform. Okay? Let's get back to that roux. You got to stir on that roux. You got to stir on that roux. And it'll feel like a gravy. Just imagine that it's just a brown type gravy. So this thing's simmering down. Woo boy. So I'm going to go ahead and put the lid on here. I'm going to turn that temperature down to a little bit above low. I'll let this sweat down for about 5-10 more minutes. Put the garlic in the middle, let them brown a little bit, flip it all, twist it all. Then this roux is cooling. I will dump these vegetables into the cool roux, and then I will mix them and mix them and mix them and mix them a little bit more until it's all flipped and folded with your Mr. Spatula there. All right, and then I'm gonna bring you over here. Let me bring you over here. And what you do is you put your 1 thing of bone chicken broth up in there and 1 thing of tomato paste right here in Mr. Blender, and you blend that together. And then you get your 1 shot of A1 steak sauce. number 1 A1 steak sauce. 1 teaspoon of that in there. And then you let that simmer for about 1.5 hours, and it's going to taste like a tomato bisque. After that gets going in there, I dump me the bay leaf in there, and I'll let that roll with the shrimp in there for about another 30 minutes and let it cool down and thicken up and serve with rice. So that's pretty much me on the fly cooking it, and I will just show you in another video what it looks like when I'm done. These super colossals, all you gotta do is peel them off, flatten them out, sprinkle some of that, and put a little olive oil in a flat frying pan, and just about 1.5 minutes on one side, 1.5 minutes on the other side, and you'll see that they turn pink and they get that crusted, blackened look on them. Bam, bam, bam. Well, folks, that's my simple recipe today. Shrimp Etouffee. And all being said on this recipe here, you're going to look at preparation time, cook time, and everything. Let's just say if you want it good, you're going to be looking at about 3 hours. All right? And don't forget this. Tony Ketchers. And I will add a little bit onion powder, some garlic powder, woo, and the biggest thing of all right here is a tablespoon of Old Bay. That's it. But don't put that in until you do your bay leaves. Put these in after you dump your roux in here and you blend up the bone stock and the tomato and the A1. Dump that in here. Mix it all. Garlic, onion powder, mix it all. That will be a tomato bisque. And that's what I'm making first because I want to make a tomato soup for tomorrow. And then after that, you add in your Old Bay and then you add in your bay leaves, 3 of them. And then let that simmer for about an hour. And then dump in your shrimp, and in 30 minutes, you ready to rock and roll. Now, it depends how thick you want it, how thin. I don't like it soupy, but I do want it sauce. It's kind of like a weak, thin gravy. It's not a soup when I get done. Kind of a weak, thin gravy. Woo-hoo! So that's the way we're doing it today. So, yeah, I know these are from the Gulf. Hey, man, I'm on a budget. That's the way it is. I could go to the store and get the super expensive stuff. But for right now, I'm doing it on the cheap. And I will post a video of what it looks like when I'm done. Thank you. Whoa, look at that, the garlic, man. Man, I got to tell you. Do you see that Trinity there? Do you see that Trinity? We almost there, man. Then it's time to sit down and chill. This is the work. Cutting it up, simmering it, adding it, this. And once you blend it and dump it together, shoot, it's time to sit down and you don't have to do nothing. All right. Thank you for watching Uncle Al's Barbecue today. Let's get back onto that roux. Woo! Man, that roux.